Yeah, new palace. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's up, world? It's your boy Kenny Supreme, and I'm back with another episode of the KOE Confidential. And today, we just diving into religion. We're gonna talk about gods, the different religions of the world, and just how everybody should interact or accept. So first, I'm gonna pop it off with Hinduism. Hinduism is the oldest religion in the world, and it's also the third biggest religion. I think it's like 1.2 billion people follow Hinduism. So if that's the first religion that was documented, what, how do we get to it is now when we have several thousands of religions? You know, I was raised Baptist, grew up in the South, so of course, that's all that's all we was ever introduced to. Most people from the South, no matter white or black, you Baptist, Methodist, you're some type of Christian. But with religions like Hinduism and Buddhism predating Christianity by like thousands of years, it just kind of made me question, are we really right? Or is there really a right or wrong way to describe religion or a right or wrong religion to follow? Because you have so many people who, they might be best friends with Steve from down the road. The only disagreement with Steve is Steve believed in Abraham and he believed in Jesus. Or Steve believed in Muhammad, he believed in Jesus. It could be so bigger than that. Because Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, they're all Abrahamic religions. They all have similar stories. They all have similar beliefs. They all have similar rituals or practices, what you want to say. So what's really the deal? Okay, Christians believe Jesus was the last prophet of God. Muslims believe Muhammad was the last prophet. I'm not educated enough on Jews to really know what they believe, but if we're all acknowledging that there really is, if we're all acknowledging the same stories and we're all acknowledging the same practices or similar practices, that don't make y'all think, damn, it probably, this all probably came from one common place. I believe with religion, a lot of stuff got mixed up over small disagreements, whether it is, we believe you're not supposed to eat swine, we believe you're supposed to eat swine, we believe Sunday is the Sabbath, we believe Saturday is the Sabbath. It's all these little small divisions that really block people from the real, I hate to say this because we're talking about religion, but it blocked people from the real shit that's going on. It's so much stuff that we could really be focusing on if we didn't have so many imaginary barriers oh, you are this, you are that. Every one of the Abraham religions, they all believe in the, Abraham and his lineage. So where at in the process did it split? And why everybody got their differences? I don't really understand. Then we got so many religions today. It's just hard for young people, man. People don't know what to believe in, but we do admit that everybody needs something to believe in. And it's even back, if we go historically to the Greeks and to, Odysseus and all these characters, even though some people say that, it's Greek mythology or it's myth. Back in the day, people actually believed in these people. People actually prayed to Apollo. People prayed to Zeus. People prayed to Aphrodite. You know what I'm saying? People actually believed in these people. So who's to say the gods and goddesses or whatever we may believe in today, 100 years from now, they can say that's mythology. They can say that we made all of it up. So I just really man, I'm a real fucking nerd for history. I just love history and just looking up different things about different cultures and stuff like that. I honestly and really feel like it's all the same message. I feel like it's coming from one power. Like, I feel like all of these stories, Jesus feeding people with bread, all these stories, I feel like it's the same stuff happening. It's just I had my point of view, you know what I'm saying? Jade from down the road had his point of view, Chris had his point of view. Like, that's that's just what I believe, because it's too many similarities. It's more similarities in but between religions than it is things that separate it. And me personally, I wouldn't say I identify with any religion in particular. I'm more of a spiritual person, and I believe in each person should have their connection with the higher power. But I'm not atheist, so don't nobody comment saying, "Oh, Kenny don't believe in God." That's not what I'm saying. I very much so believe in God. I know that God is real. I know it's a real being. I just don't believe you have to be Christian or Muslim or Catholic or Sumerian to actually, know God and have a relationship with God. I just feel like it's something we all gotta build. Because think about it, all the religions in the world, it's good people and bad people of every religion. Do you honestly think God gonna send all the good people, all the good Muslims to hell just because they Muslim? Do you think all the Christians going to heaven just because they Christians? It's some Christians who do fucked up shit. Throughout history, Christians have persecuted and killed people in the name of Christ. In the name of exactly, it always happened. The Knights Templar, like, just look throughout history, Christians have killed and killed and killed and killed, pillaged and destroyed in the name of God. So that ain't really holy. That don't seem like how I would think my Creator would want me to behave. So that's kind of when my alignment with the Christian, identifying myself as a Christian, that's kind of when that died for me, because it's just like this Bible, this ideology, this theology, whatever you want to call it, has been used to oppress and dominate my people for so long that I find it kind of hard, and I could be wrong, but I just find it kind of hard to believe that my God created and wanted us to worship a device that was used for those type things. Like, when we was in Africa, nobody was walking around talking about no blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus. Nobody was running around. You know what I'm saying? People, there's so many others, like people doing rituals. They're talking to the dead, communicating. You got Ifa. You got so many the Yoruba people. It's so many religions and cultures and movements of people that contact with dead, and they contact their ancestors, and they really believe in that. So it's so much filler in the world. It's hard to know what's really going on. But I don't feel like that should divide us. That's my biggest problem. I don't know why it's such a problem. I don't know why Justice can't believe what she believes and Todd believe what he believes, and they still come together and work to, make a greater good. Because I got homies of every religion. I got homies who don't even believe in God at all, but they're some great people. I just feel like we focus too much on what divide, because at the end of the day, nobody knows. I don't have a hell to put anybody in. Nobody got a heaven or hell to put me in. So I can't just go for, oh, you do this, you going to hell. Oh, you do that, you going to hell. If God is an all-powerful being, he knows everything. So that means he knew the type of person you was going to be before you were born. So why send you to hell when I designed you to be like this? You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. I don't even think the whole concept of hell is a realistic construct. I think it's more of a tool they use, to structure life, to give people extreme consequences so they live in a certain type of way.
To the type of rules I see.
Like, nobody, like, even when it comes to the devil, I think it's all one energy. I just feel like whatever you choose to do, that's how it manifests itself. I I don't believe in no big horned red motherfucker sitting on a throne in hell plotting to ruin people's lives and get people to go against God with him. I just don't believe in that concept. True enough, it does a good and it has to be an evil, but that's not it. I feel like people always saying money the root of all evil, money the root of all evil. I feel like free will is giving motherfuckers the ability to do whatever the fuck they want. Really brings corruption, because you got some people they can do what they want. They just gonna have their little farm. They gonna live peacefully. But it's got some people who do what they want. They feel like I ain't gotta work at all. I ain't gotta grind at all. But because this out here and I see it and it look nice, I can go take your shit that you done built up. Like, I don't know. I just feel like leaders from all religions. I know this is not practical. You got some people who on bad terms. Some people might not even speak the same language, so it might be a little culture barrier. But I just feel like all religion heads need to sit down and just be like, okay, this not fucking Adam and Eve day. This is not biblical times. We don't need to be going to war over religion, going to war over doctrines. That shit needs to go. We don't need that anymore. It's like, and even to the point, we go to war over invisible barriers. Who said, before we came and made that shit up, who said if I drive 3 hours outside of Albany, I'm gonna be in Atlanta? That's an invisible barrier. Or if I cross the ocean and go over here, oh, now this Iran, and now I cross the fucking river, I'm in Iraq, and this river separates it, and if you're from this side, we don't fuck with each other. Who created that? Like, all this shit is made up. Like, it's to the point you have some people who they're against religion specifically because it breeds conflict. Like, I grew up with partners of multiple nationalities, multiple religions, backgrounds, all that. And all my Muslim friends, they've always, like, when they say they Muslim, people always be like, like, oh, you Muslim? Like, damn, people, like, just imagine if every time you told somebody you were Christian, they say, oh, damn, so, like, you Christian? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Just because they're a Muslim, they don't define what type of person they is. Just because they're a Jew, they don't define what type of person they is. Hell, just because they're atheists. I don't met some atheists who better people than a lot of Christians, than a lot of Muslims, than a lot of Jews. So, I feel like at the end of the day, all this shit is more like, it's just like the race thing. It's like, okay, color stopped working. Let's say I believe in this and he's wrong because he don't believe in it. Like, nobody should go to war in the name of God. I feel like that's exactly opposite. I feel like God's peace, God is love, God is understanding. And it doesn't take a certain set of rules or a certain identification to really have a connection with God. Like, think about it. Not all, but most religions believe it's only one God. So we're going to spend our whole mortal lives, God is everlasting, but we're going to spend our whole mortal existence fighting and bickering about who right, and all die and have to answer to the same God. Just imagine how dumb that shit would look. Like, really, like, everybody, you know what I'm saying, standing outside Heaven Gate, waiting for Judgment Day. You know what I'm saying? The Muslims, they standing over here. The Christians, they over here. The Jews over there. The atheists, they way over here. And the same God come out the gate. The gate open up, it's the same. Everybody looking at the same God. It ain't no God just for you. It ain't no God look just like you. It ain't no God. It's just what it is. What you gonna do then? Your life work destroyed. You spent your life trying to disprove these people, and we all right. That's what I honestly feel. I honestly just feel like everybody got their own way of doing it, but we all praying to the same thing. It ain't no mystery. It ain't no big mystery at this point. Like, if you don't believe in God, maybe you have not had your Damascus Road experience. But I'm a believer in God, but I just don't know what I would identify myself as a religion, and I feel like that's okay. I feel like so many people are forced into different religions because of what their parents may have grew up being, their grandparents. In the community, you always seen these type of people, so of course naturally you're gonna be drawn to it. But I encourage everybody to explore and make your own decisions about religion, because religion is something serious that shouldn't be played with, because you got people who dead as a joining religions for the wrong reason, and it's really just watering it down and turning off people who could be potential, like really real believers. It's turning them off because there's so many people who just join it because, oh, it's this or oh, it's that, without really doing your research and understanding it. And if you don't want to dedicate yourself to religion, that's cool too, but I feel like you got to be kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying, to not think it's a God at all. But I don't know, man. And what's up with everybody being spiritual nowadays? Like it's people I dead ass know on personal levels who be having gyms and burning sage and all these things, and you ain't the close to that. Like you don't move for peace and prosperity at all, but you got crystals that supposed to bring peace and serenity and all of this shit, and everybody's into manifesting now, and everybody a goddamn witch. Everybody want to play, want to have one hand in, one hand out. Everybody want to dabble in that. What's up with that? Like, it's cool. I'm glad everybody waking up and coming and seeing who they are, but everybody don't need to play with ancestral magic. That shit ain't no joke. Like, communicating with your ancestors, calling up Granddaddy Roo, asking him questions and stuff, and hollering at him. That's not cool, and that ain't for the faint of heart. So I feel like a lot of people playing with the wrong shit, and you got to think about with shit like that. Once you open that door and it goes so far, ain't no going back. You can't unknow anything. So once you do that shit and you try to call goddamn, you try to call Auntie Pearl, and Auntie Pearl answer, and now you talking to her, then what? I think a lot of people take that shit for jokes. That, like, if you're gonna practice ancestral magic, that's fine, that's cool. No, I don't think it's evil. I just feel like you need to research and really know what you're doing, and don't be out here playing with this shit. Because who knows, you could be releasing energy, spirits into this realm, whatever that's going on. So I feel like people really need to just know what you're doing. Because me personally, I'm not doing no seances. I ain't trying to resurrect nobody. I love y'all to death, but I guess it was y'all time. Because I ain't trying to do that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that should have put me in a place where I wouldn't even be able to function in our world anymore. Because I would, like, it would confirm all my, like, suspicions about the afterlife. Like, you got shows like Black Panther, a whole bunch of shit where it show like the afterlife, and I don't know, I don't want to sound like no conspiracy theories and shit, but I'm one of them people, I believe it's a little truth in everything. Like, I believe this ain't it. I know when we die, this is not it. It's just not no emptiness. Now, what it is, I have no idea what it is or what it may be. But I know for a fact it ain't just you die and it's just dark. Nothing is like, because that would mean life really served no purpose. And I definitely know I'm here for a purpose, and I know other people are born for, wherever their purpose may be. And y'all let me know down in the comments, what's y'all standpoint on religion versus spirituality? Like, do y'all think it's better to pick a religion and abide by the practices, or do y'all think it's better to, just be spiritual? But whatever people gonna be, man, like, it's time. It's 2021. Black people, we got no excuse. White people ain't gonna say white people ain't did nothing to you, but Yes, I am. White people ain't did shit to you. It's time to man up, woman up, put your big boy drawers on, put your big girl panties on, and let's really make a change. Whether you Muslim, whether you goddamn Latter Day Saint, you know, Christian, Jew, what they call it? A Jehovah Witness, you know, whatever you do. Whether you go to church every Sunday or you walk around knocking on people's doors. Listen, it ain't about that. Everybody, let's focus, come together, and whatever respective goals y'all got, let's get that shit knocked out, bro. It's 2021. Time ain't waiting on nobody. Like, every other day we waking up, somebody gone or somebody you know lost someone, or you scroll on your Twitter page, someone dying. Like, yeah. Not like this shit is happening. It's time to just cut out the bullshit. Whatever you believe in, let's get right. Let's align. I ain't saying you gotta be perfect. Shit, ain't nobody perfect. We all gonna make mistakes. Martin Luther King wasn't no perfect man. Malcolm X wasn't no perfect man. Gandhi wasn't no perfect man. Like, it's no such thing. Perfect men do not exist. Show me a perfect man, I show you a lot. So let's just come together, and that's really all I gotta say, man. But black, white, blue, purple, whatever religion, it's time to cut out the bullshit. All this stuff is imaginary divides. As long as you spreading love, you spraying peace, you focused on your goals, and you happy, bro, that's all you gotta be. And I don't think you need none of the other shit. But man, this has been another episode of the KOE Confidential. I'm Kenny Supreme. You can follow me on social medias at Kenny_Supreme with 2 E's. You can follow the KOE page on IG at KOE_1996 and on Twitter at Kings of Earth all together. I love y'all. Peace.
I've been searching, trying to get me a bag. The funds bigger, I've been hunting down residual cash. The young nigga, waiting on